toy fans, Aaron here. Today taking a look at the Vintage Collection Poe Dameron's X-Wing Fighter. This hit the store shelves as part of the Triple Force Friday event. As you can see, looking at the packaging, it comes, in this standard looking Vintage Collection box. In the center, you got a nice photo of the X-Wing sitting on a sandy beach looking area of some sort of forest planet. Also included in this photo is a nice image of our hero characters. Looks like they're having some sort of discussion in front of the vehicle. Down on the bottom left, you got a smaller image of the X-Wing, this time with the S-foils opened up. Left side of the packaging shows once again that those S-foils opened up and that the retractable landing gear folds out, has some articulation to it. Right side shows that you have some various panels that are removable to show some engine detailing, a ladder that slides out. Top of the box shows that the canopy opens up. And then on the back side, you're going to get your same image that you had on the front, this time with the addition of the Star Wars Vintage Collection logo on the top right. Real quick, here's how things are looking inside the box. You can see how the vehicle and the accessories are packaged. For the most part, pretty good, but as you can see, you're most likely going to have some warped cannons due to the way they're packaged. There's no support for the far end of the cannon, and even in the box, one of mine has already started to warp down. Also included are a set of instructions to help you with the assembly of this vehicle. Assembly is pretty straightforward, and you even have little identifier markings that are very small and pretty well hidden from, your regular view once it's all assembled to help you put this together. And here it is all assembled, and I gotta say, this is a fantastic looking vehicle. You do have some similar features pulled from the 2011 release of the X-Wing or the 2013, which was in the Vintage Collection. But this is an all-new vehicle and even has some new features to go along with it that wasn't available on those other releases of the X-Wing. If you're wondering if this is anything like the previous release of Poe's X-Wing for The Force Awakens or even The Last Jedi, even though that one had the booster rocket on it, this one is much larger. It's almost 4 inches wider and about 2 3/4 inches longer. This time around, the nose on the vehicle, while it is still rubber, it's much more firm than we had on the previous release, so it's going to hold its shape pretty well. I also have to say that when I first saw the image of the vehicle on the box art, I kind of wasn't a fan of this orange color, but seeing it now on the actual toy itself, I actually kind of like the look of it. Gotta say, it's not as orange sherbet looking as I thought it looked like on the package. Going in for a little closer look, you already basically see what you're getting. It's just lots of panel detailing, and you have an excellent dirt wash going along all over the vehicle, really help highlight those various seams. The silver painting along the edges of the canopy looks fantastic. Everything really staying within the lines there. Inside the canopy, a lot of room in here. Great detailing for the console. And you've got some various colors being used. A darker gray for the top front part of that console. Kind of a light blue for what the pilot's going to see. Some stickers that are already pre-placed with some pretty nice graphics printed on there. And it does flip up to give you some extra room to slide your figures in. I do like that little added touch, give you some added space to move things around. You got a flight stick position in the center of the floor. Decent detailing to that. Molded in the dark gray plastic, but otherwise, as you can see, no special painting or anything. And then for the rest of that interior, got a sculpted seat onto the floor, gray stripe of painting running down the middle of it, but otherwise the rest of that interior is all light blue, but still some pretty nice sculpting being done in here. And certainly no problem getting Poe Dameron to fit inside this vehicle and being able to close the canopy. You have a nice little dark gray painting right there on the inside with I guess you'd say a carbon scoring or something from the lasers on the side of the vehicle. Towards the front, you get your retractable landing gear, and this has some articulation to it. Little front flap folds up and down, and then when you want to put that landing gear away, it retracts inside the body where you have 2 doors that are split open. You can snap those closed. Hides that landing gear very nicely. Quick look on the other side of the vehicle, and as you can see, it's pretty much just a mirrored image of the other side. Looking at the top of the back side, you got some great engine detailing or some sort of mechanical detailing showing out through the top. The highlight here of this vehicle, though, is that you can fit 2 different droids inside that little droid bay, if you'll call it that. This top piece just snaps off, and then inside there you can slide your R2 unit, put that cover back on, and the droid stays in place. Or if you like, you can slide BB-8 in there, and he looks exactly like he should sitting back there. I like that they gave the option to have 2 different droid types in there. Towards the back of the top side is you're going to have 2 buttons here. The forward one, as you push down, will open up your S-foils. Same split wing design that we've been seeing for the sequel trilogy. And then pushing that very back button will snap the wings closed. Wing sculpting and detailing through here still looks good. Again, the bulk of the design that you're seeing is all the various panel detailings in there, little seams and such. With the vehicle facing forward, your back left engine has a removable panel where you can take a look at some engine detailing in there. Nice sculpting being done in here. Nothing crazy for the painting. Nice gunmetal gray, I'd say. And you even have some detailing being done on the bottom side of that engine cover. Backside of the vehicle, again, great detailing in here. Lots of engine and mechanical parts being sculpted out. On each of the thrusters, you have a pipe that's sculpted in there coming from the backside of the, I guess we'll call it the engine, into the thruster itself. The cannons on the wings are pretty much looking like you would expect them to look like for an X-Wing. As I noted when you saw the images of them in the box, they are already warped. So that's unfortunate. One side's looking pretty decent for me, but the other one, as you can see, they're kind of overlapping each other. That's something I'm sure that's probably going to vary for everyone, but also might be something that we all have to experience with over time as the weight of those cannons just kind of lay down more. Along the front, you've got some nice large engines being sculpted in here. Here's a look at the bottom side of the vehicle. That landing gears we already talked about. You got lots of detailing being sculpted on the inside of that compartment where the landing gear retracts into. A little bit of a wash along the entire bottom also, so things are pretty well complete throughout the vehicle. And on the bottom side of the wings, a lot of the same detailing that you saw on the top is being done here also. The two back legs are retractable, along with some added articulation. The flaps on each front of the landing gear do flip up, and then the gear itself twists to the side and then folds into the body. The panel then closes to hide those legs. So here, like I said, with the front gear, you've got a nice finished off look. Inside the landing gear compartment, pretty nice detailing in there. Pretty basic silver painting, but I don't mind that. I'm not looking for everything to be all pimped out with a bunch of different colors. One thing I will say about the landing gear overall, these back ones, there's not a lot of tension to them, so as you just go to grab the vehicle, it doesn't take much for it to fall back. I wish the part that provided the tension for holding these into place was just a little more tighter. And also, unfortunately, my back right one constantly falls off on me when I do the slightest movement, so it doesn't stay in place very well. So in the course of shooting this video, that's gotten to be pretty annoying for me. Hopefully that's something that not everyone's going to experience on theirs. Also a nice feature towards the back on the bottom. A little flap here that opens up, reveals the storage compartment. There is a ladder placed in there that snaps into place, and you can pull that out. You got two holes at the bottom of the vehicle where this ladder can slide into place and give you a little bit of playability with the vehicle if it's just sitting on the ground. Got a little ladder that Poe Dameron can climb up on. I like the added touch of that, and I definitely like that you got somewhere you can keep that ladder at. So overall for me, I'm really pleased with this release. Yes, the landing gear is absolutely annoying to me, and after 40 years of making X-Wings, you'd think that Hasbro could figure out a way to package the wing cannon so they don't come out of the box warped. Those elements aside, though, there's a lot of new things to really like about this vehicle. As I said, that dual-use droid compartment where you can fit BB-8 or an R2 unit, and I like that you can hide the landing gear inside the body. I like the addition of the ladder also. And overall, it's just a very well-detailed, well-painted vehicle. So that wraps this one up. Definitely let me know what your thoughts are on this vehicle in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.